And if you've been liking any of the content on here, just feel free to subscribe. Either way, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching.
So this is our battlefield today. It's Dawn of War. So we have Chilling Rain, Scorched Earth, and a Dawn of War deployment. So long ways deployment. Once again, we have the construction paper set for footprints, just so we can get used to kind of tournament terrain where it has some footprints here. We're doing Dawn of War. This is mission 3 of the tournament. And this is probably going to be my list. I might add an assassin. So let's go on to the list.
DaMittens is going to use the Phalanx Detachment this time. So we have the usual 3 units of 3 heavy destroyers, 2 units of flayed ones, a unit of Lich Guard with a Translocation Overlord. His actual model is -1 to hit. We have a Transcendent Catan and a Nightbringer. We're just using him as a proxy. 2 Doomstalkers. 2 units of 3 Scarabs, a unit of Immortals with a Nether Overlord, and he has the enhancement that gives him reroll to hit. Then we have the Reanimators. Lots of firepower, and Cody's just going to try this last detachment here. We were going to play with the World Eaters, but we have one really more game we can get in before we have to put our lists in. So Cody wants to try this detachment, and I just want to try the list I have here before Sunday, because Sunday is the day where we got to put her in.
And this is the Custodes list. I have 5 Terminators. They all have spears. I have 5 Custodian Guard. 3 of them have shields. 1 of them has a Vexilla. 2 of them have spears. And they are going to be with Kyriadraxis. 4 Witchseekers. Another 4 Witchseekers. They have swords with 4 Prosecutors. And then I have 5 more Terminators with spears. Trajan Valoris with 5 Wardens with spears. 1 of them has Vexilla. And then finally I have 6 Venatari with spears.
Alright, so Cody got the 5, and here is mine. Oh, a 2. So would you like to deploy first since you have flayed ones?
Sure.
Okay. So for the Custodes deployment, I deployed these Terminators over here behind this wall. There's an objective right over here. I also put some Witch Seekers there. Some more Witch Seekers kind of in the middle. Trajan and his buddies and his wardens and the prosecutors on my home field objective. Cody's great friend Kyriadraxis with her Custodian Guard hanging out there. And then I have my Venatari and my Terminators in Deep Strike. And then on the Necron side, we have a unit of heavy destroyers here in the corner. Some Scarabs in the ruins here. A Doomstalker kind of sitting there. His Lich Guard kind of ready to go towards the middle here. A Canoptic Reanimator just to heal everything around here. It's only 3 inches, but still he's quite close to us, so we should be able to get the benefits. Another unit of heavy destroyers. I love these things, and love I mean hate. A unit of Immortals with the Overlord. Another Doomstalker. This is our Nightbringer. He's just Scorpec Daddy, but we're just going to use the Nightbringer, him as the proxy for the Nightbringer. More of my good friends, the heavy destroyers. We have some flayed ones in the right objective, flayed ones in this objective. Let's see who gets first turn. Alright, so let's see who gets first turn. Oh, 5 and a 4. Ooh, Custodes. Okay. So I scouted these girls up towards this objective, and I scouted these Witch Seekers up towards the middle objective as well. Alright, so first turn draw for the Custodes is Assassination. Lots of characters, but... And then Storm Hostile Objective. I think this cannot be achieved in the first battle round. Haha, I caught it this time. Then we have no prisoners in Assassination. So no prisoners in Assassination. Those are doable. Command phase, I'll go up to 1 CP, and the Necrons are up to 1 CP as well. For my movement phase, I advance these Terminators up. I'm a little hesitant if this was the right idea, but I think it should at least tie some things up. I move these Witch Seekers up to get some hot flames onto flayed ones. I also advance Trajan's unit up. He's probably going to take some shots too, but that's the way she goes if you want to get onto the objectives. And behind here, I just move my Inquisitor up so I can use her indirect fire to pound out these flayed ones. So that is my movement. I didn't do too much, just kind of moved ahead a little bit to try to get some board presence. Go on to the shooting. So we have the Terminators. They shot just the one shot into the Locust Destroyer. No damage. The Witch Seekers managed to kill 3 of the flayed ones with their flamers, and then I charged in and did not kill the last one. So I'm not going to get no prisoners. Shot Kyria into these flayed ones, and I killed 2 of them. I could have used shoot twice because she's with the Custodian Guard, but I didn't want to use that yet. I'm kind of saving those for the Lich Guard. That is my turn. I'm going to toss Assassination and hold on to no prisoners. So I should be able to get that one. I just have to kill a few units. So that is my turn. I'll go up to 2 CP, and then we're going to move on to Necrons turn 1. Necron turn 1, draw.
Prisoners.
Behind enemy lines and no prisoners. All right.
Don't throw away behind enemy lines.
Oh, you're going to throw away already?
Yep.
Okay. He's tossing behind enemy lines.
Defend stronghold.
For defend stronghold. Can you get that turn 1? We're going to get something better. Storm hostile objective. That is doable. Yes. All right. How much are these guys? Yeah, I actually have this objective, so if you just come and take that one, you get pointsies. Okay, so that's the thing. So he discarded one of his cards, so he's sitting at Storm hostile objective and no prisoners now. And then we realize Storm hostile objective that first turn, so our target I'm going to make tempting will be, let's say, the middle one. So let's make him go onto the middle, and he might eat a charge from Trajan and friends. So that's the tempting target. Flayed ones are back with 2.
And the one over there, 3 back.
3 back. So the flayed ones are back to pretty much full.
These ones are full back.
Fantastic for me. So on to the movement. That was the command phase for the Necrons. Necrons, they moved up here. The Immortals, they're all moving towards the middle here. The Doomstalker, the Nightringer. We have the Lich Guard has moved up as well. The Doomstalker, his heavy hitters kind of moved around just to try to get some good lanes onto me. So if I try to move anywhere next turn, he'll be able to shoot me up good. That's the movement. Pretty simple. We're going to go on to the shooting phase. I was able to hide pretty good. I wasn't able to get shot. And this Sisters, we're pretty much back to square one. I used -1 to hit. And I hit first, so I luckily killed 2 of them, and with the -1 to hit, he wasn't able to kill any of my sisters. He doesn't get no prisoners or tempting target.
Well, I'm going to toss tempting target.
Alright, he's going to toss tempting target. Points at the end of round 1 are 0-0. I already have no prisoners, I held on to that one, and I get deploy teleport Homer. That one might work. Command phase, I'll go up to 4 CP. So the Necrons are at 3 CP. For my movement, just kind of shuffled everything up. I moved these Terminators up because I'm going to try to burn that objective. Trajan up here. I had put one of the Wardens out here, so I'm going to see if I can do the deploy teleport homers. I could do it with the sisters, but I want to try to flame those Immortals real good. Kyriadraxis is still cowering behind her wall, waiting for the time to strike. We're just going to keep on shooting our indirect fire. Transcending has landed 9 inches with rapid ingress in my back lines. So, we're going to have to do something about that. I have a little bit of a plan, but I don't know. There's probably not too much to do, too much to shoot, as most just a few actions. But we'll be back at the end of that. Another quick turn. I just deployed the teleport homers with the Wardens. I was hoping my sisters would kill this Blade one, but my sisters died against the Blade one. I do have this objective still. Losing them is kind of no good. And Kyriadraxis just bounced her indirect fire ability off them Blade ones behind that wall. So that was my turn. I didn't do much, didn't do any charges. It's just kind of trying to get some points here. But I'm going to throw away no prisoners because that's 2 turns where it's gotten me nothing. So I'm going to go up to 5 CP. We're going to go on to Necron turn 2. Necron's turn 2 cards. Ooh, investigate signals. Ooh, defend stronghold. Let's see how many of these dirty Necrons come back. 1. Flayed one comes back, okay. And I don't think oh yeah, the Immortals. Oh, please don't all come back. Yeah, my entire work for my 2 sisters. Yeah, so my sisters did shoot there, I forget about that. They shot into these Immortals and only killed 2 birds. Alright, so let's move on to the Necron movement phase. End of the Necron turn. Once again, I was pretty good at getting the knock shot. I kind of hit my units well. And this Doomstalker couldn't actually see her through the line of sight terrain and footprint. That's a little different. We haven't usually played with footprint, so these guys are burning this objective. So next turn, if I have not killed them, they'll have burned that objective. Everything else, oh, I lost a Warden as well. Pretty low killing game so far, so let's see what turn 3 for the Custodes brings. For my turn, I was able to take out the flayed ones with my Terminators. I did take out a lot of the Lich Guard with Kyriadraxis. I used a double shoot with the Custodian Guard. I used the Terminators to shoot into the Immortals. I did quite a bit of damage to the Immortals. I charged the Doomstalker. He used the stratagem for -1 damage, down to 1 wound. Annoying, but what can you do? I did get Tempting Target. And I'm pretty close to get Defend Stronghold unless he gets down here. So that is the end of my turn. We're going to move on to Necrons turn 3. Turn 3 draw. What you got here? You got extend battle lines and assassination. We just noticed the Canoptic Reanimator wasn't actually in DaMittens' list. He had put it in there thinking before he might use it, and then he replaced it with Scarabs, and then he kind of forgot about it when we were putting the list together, which it didn't really do anything. He didn't have to use it to reanimate anything like that, so it didn't make a difference. We think it's kind of funny. That's how we figured out, because he was going to use it for the Lich Guard, but then it wasn't actually in his list. And then the Doomstalker. Does the Doomstalker get some health back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. 3. 4 DaMittens. He always swear, you guys, he does roll pretty good. But that was his cracking his orb for...
I have to take one back.
Oh, excellent. You have...
Because D3 is D6.
Okay, well, there you go. You still got 3, so that's better. So you're back with...
5.
Yeah. They have 2 wounds each?
1 wound.
2 wounds each?
Who?
Lich Guard?
Do you really?
Yes.
Thank God it's a practice game. Are you sure it's 2 wounds? Ah!
Yes. So you would have got 5 wounds all back together, so it's 3 back, 1 back to 1 wound.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
So we're going to move on to movement phase. Everything kind of shimmying up once again. The Immortals move towards the middle with the Scarabs. The Lich Guard that I overwatched are moving towards my guard. And the Doomstalker has moved up in here to control his objective. I'm guessing he might try to burn it, or possibly the middle one. And then that's pretty much it. He's still got his destroyers in that corner, while I just shoot my Terminators. And all my stuff is kind of getting surrounded, but I need to try to gum him up, put my Venatori in this corner, onto the shooting. So the shooting phase for the Necrons, I took a pounding onto my Terminators, which was expected. I lost 3 of them, still 2 left, that's not too bad. I lost my sister in the middle, he shot her with the Immortals, so I lost them. That's pretty much it from the shooting. Everyone's kind of whipped a little bit. I did lose 2 more Terminators over here as well. He's done his charges, and all his charges were successful. So we're going to move on to the melee phase. I'm going to use the -1 to hit Kata, I do believe, to try to make people survive. So let's see what happens. The Necron turn, I was able to survive with 1 Terminator, but I only killed 1, played 1. And over here, I don't know how, but he survived with 1 Lich Guard and the Immortal Overlord left. We're going to move on to turn 4. He got both his secondaries, so he got Extend Battle Lines and Assassination for killing my Draxus. He used Assassination. He used one of his stratagems from his detachment to assassinate my character. So that was not the best. So Draxus is dead. And we're going to move on to turn 4, and the score is 25 to 32 for the Necrons. I did get Defend Stronghold in that turn, though, so my cards have Overwhelming Force. We need to kill people on objectives. That could work. We get Arrow's Nile and Overwhelming Force for turn 4 cards. So let's see what we can do with those. Command phase. Nothing to do since Draxus is dead. I might actually res. I'm going to spend 1 CP to bring back my shield guy, because I want to try to take out these guys and move up onto my movement. And we're just kind of, I'm going over the recap, and Cody's going to do this movement. As the dads sometimes we have a little bit of other things we need to do. He has to get his kids soon. I was able to take out the Scarabs in the middle here, and kill these Immortals with the charge, and that Overlord. Thinking of charging the Doomstalker, but I charged his Locust Heavy Destroyers instead, and then I did a little more consolidated move into his Doomstalker. Overwhelming Force here, and I got 3 points for the other thing as well. Turn 4 cards for the Necron is Bring It Down and Storm Hostile Objective. Flayed ones came back to full health, 2 wounds on the Doomstalker, and he got 2 of his Immortals back. Necron shooting phase. Poor Cody. Like, the amount of ones this man has rolled this round. A lot of his wound rolls were into 1. So I only lost 2 wounds off the Venatari, a wound off the Wardens. I did lose 2 of my Custodian Guards. Pretty much just vying over the last few points to try to equal the win over each other. So, I'm going to move on to the charging and combat phase. Turn Necrons. I did kill a pop fight first, and I used Moment Shackle and Trajan to try to kill any of these Catons, but I didn't. I brought one of the Catons down to 3. I did kill the Immortals and the Overlord. No damage to the Nightbringer. I got pretty lucky in my saves, but I did lose 2 Wardens. I lost a Venatari up here.
They fought back in like the...
Oh yeah, I fought back and picked up the Fleet ones. So we are going to go into Custodes turn 5, and the score is 37 to 37 right now. So we are all tied up.
How many wounds each does your Katari have?
3.
Oh, stupid.
A pretty good turn for the Custodes. I did use Fight First with Trajan. In combat, so he was Fight First, so he could Fight First, and I killed the Transcendent Caton. He blew up and did damage to the Nightbringer and my Wardens. I made the charge here. I only did a few wounds to the Doomstalker. I moved up from that objective. The Venatari picked up the Heavy Destroyer, so I'm on his objective. So let's see what he gets for his cards. The points right now are 60 to 37. I had a pretty strong turn. So let's see what his cards are. We have Storm Hostile Objective and Overwhelming Force. All right, well, that's pretty much kill things on objectives. That could work for him. Let's see what the Necrons do with their secondaries and see what it goes.
Alright, sadly this didn't record the first time, so we gotta do it again.
So he wasn't able to get on any of these objectives at the end. I think he do believe he did get Storm Hostile Objective and Overwhelming Force, and then the Venatari had killed his Doomstalker. So it was a good game. The end points were 70 to 60 for the Custodes. That's the game. Once again, 70 to 60. And thanks for DaMittens for coming by. And so it was a good game. And thanks for stopping by.